Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, our dear viewers. We're still in the Saudi morning edition. Today is a very busy edition, honestly, talking about different coverages from the Riyadh International Book Fair, and also three guests here in the show. And now it's time to have our second discussion of the day, which is about how to learn English. We mentioned this is one of the most important questions for the youth. And join us in the studio here is Mr. El-Shahawy. He's an English teacher. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, Mr.
Wa alaikum assalam. Good morning, Mr.
It's a pleasure having you again. It's been a long time, but it's always good to have you.
Thank you so much for you, Mr. Ghazi. Thank you so much for you, Mr. Sulaiman.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Let me ask you first about learning English. Let's clarify for people. Is it so difficult to learn English?
From my opinion of view, I think that learning English language is so easy. But the biggest problem which many people face it in learning English language that they have their own fears. They are afraid to learn English language. So I advise these learners to speak English language easily, automatically. Some people are worried about learning English language. For what? Because they think that they will make mistakes. I say to them that learn English language easily, automatically. Don't be afraid, don't be shy from learning English language. Me, I will make mistakes. All of us will make mistakes because it is a second language, ESL. So in my opinion, you should learn English language, you should face it. If you don't face the thing, I think that you will not succeed in it. So you should face learning English language, and this will be easy for you to learn English language in a short time. Add to this, the fastest way to practice English language, the fastest way to learn English language is to practice it. You should practice English language as you can. At your home, in your work, with your friends, with native speakers in your work. If you have native speakers in your work, try to talk with them.
Some people would hesitate to do so.
Yeah, right. But I say to them, it's a second language for you. It's your native language. So all of us will make mistakes. Don't be shy. I say to all learners of English language, don't be shy to speak English language, to write essays, paragraphs, to deal with people in the streets, airports, restaurants, any place around the world.
Yes, but I'm sure, Mr. Muhammad, that when you mention about mistakes, any languages, many of the people, they have the fear that they're going to make a mistake, they're going to say something wrong. How can they go ahead and overcome that fear? Because this is the biggest step that's stopping them from learning the language.
I say to them who are afraid to do this, try to practice English language, then see your mistake next. After that, try to avoid these mistakes. For example, me, when we finish this show, and I will watch this episode again, I will see my mistakes and see where is it. Then in the next episode, I will try to avoid these mistakes in the next episode or to deal with people.
And Mr. Muhammad, let me ask you one of the most important questions.
Yes.
Learning language, and especially English, for as a second language for foreigners. What is the right way to do so? And how to do it in a fast and right way?
Yeah, in my opinion, Mr. Ghazi, that the most important skill in English language, it is listening. The international educational experts around the world told us that we should listen to English language. And they brought standards and indicators for learning English language that listening skill 45%. This is the first. So I say to them, listen, listen, listen many times to English language. If you listen to English language, I think that you will succeed to learn English language. Add to this, I say to the learners or who want to learn English language in a short time, when you listen to English language, don't think, just listen. This is the first point. You should listen many times to English language. This is the most important skill. Add to this, ask questions. When you listen, try to ask questions. The teachers, anyone around you. It is about what? Third, home practice. Try to practice at home what do you learn in the school or in the institute or the university.
True.
Add to this, listening will help you to be one of the most important learners of English language. This is my opinion about the most important skill.
So listening is the main.
Yeah. Then you can speak English language. The international educational experts said that speaking skill is the second skill. It is about 30%. 30%. And there are many rules to learn how I know that there are many rules for learning English language, especially speaking skill.
Indeed. And Mr. Muhammad, you know, we learn a new language. There's someone recently that informed me that, you know, you have to kind of take it as like as a child will. First, they learn how to speak, which is by communicating the basic words. They listen to it, like you mentioned, listen is very important. Then they try to say it, and then they should go ahead and go back to learning the basics, which is the alphabets, and then learn how to read and write.
Right.
Is this something that's true, or something just by myth?
In my opinion, it's true. At the beginning, you should attract the beginner for learning English language. Don't focus more on grammar. If you focus at the beginning on grammar, the students will hate you, will hate learning English language. So in my opinion, you should attract them using some simple words, some simple conversation with them. These points or these ways will help them to learn English language in a short time. Add to this, try to practice simple conversation. Simple conversation will help the students to be or to perfect English language in a short
Like
time.
the conversations from one question or one sentence, and that's it.
Yes.
And Mr. Muhammad, since you are in short of time,
Yes.
let me ask you my last question about technology.
Yeah.
What would be the role and the importance of the latest technology in learning English or learning a foreign language in general?
Yeah. About technology, I say to them, you have your mobile in your pocket.
True.
Okay? You have internet on your mobile. Why not you surf on the internet, and you will find many websites on the internet, and you can submit or subscribe in one of these links and talk just 1 hour every day with them. They will help you to learn English language. If you are shy to talk with people around you in your work, you have another way. At your home, you can subscribe or submit in one of these websites. With native speakers, you can talk with them. This is the first point. The second point, when you drive your car, you can turn on, for example, Saudi station, NBC, or your BBC News. All of these stations will help you to improve the listening skill. This is the second way.
We're talking about the English radio channels.
Yes.
And actually the first step is to have your foreign language in English.
Yeah, right.
Not in Arabic or any other language, so you could know better, talk
Yes.
about basic words.
Right.
And your final advice, Mr. Muhammad, before concluding? If you would like to add something.
Okay, finally I say to learners, I focus on this point that they shouldn't be shy. They should practice English language as they can. When they want to learn English language, speaking skill, don't just memorize words in your mind. Learn English phrases, not individual words. Learn by your ears, not by your eyes. Don't study grammar rules intensively at the beginning. These one of the most important advices for my students or learners who want to learn English language.
Yeah, something's very important advices. Definitely go ahead and thank you, Mr. Muhammad, for joining us today. It's an absolute pleasure, especially in a very important topic of how to learn English.
Thank you so much for Mr. Suleiman.
Absolute pleasure, and hopefully we get to have you again
I
next
time.
know that.
At the moment, dear viewers, that was Mr. Muhammad El-Shahawy, who was an English teacher, and the topic was about how to learn English and the importance of it. At the moment, dear viewers, we'll be taking a short report, and we'll be joined right after this. Stay tuned.
Allah.